Hi, this is Untitled America and I'm Selva. Welcome to this interesting discussion we are going to have today with professionals in USA. Today we are going to talk about a topic that is a policy of Nam Tamil Katchi to give pure and free drinking water for all people in Tamil Nadu. To achieve this important goal, Nam Tamil Katchi, that is NTK, need to plan its water resources properly and manage the water that is available in Tamil Nadu to be available for everybody in a pure and free manner. To discuss on this important topic, we have professionals who are working in USA for many years who are joined today. First, I would like to welcome Mr. Ratnam, who have been living in US for many years. Welcome to the discussion, Ratnam.
Okay, thank you, Selva. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Ratnam. Thank you.
Okay, when you were talking about this topic about water, right? The irony is the world is covered 75% by water, right? Right? Earth. But unfortunately, we are talking about usage and the pollution of that 75 percentage of water. It's really an irony. What we got more, we are not, we are talking about saving it, right? Uh,
Absolutely. So, I just wanted to start, give this question to you about what are the basic issues faced by Tamil Nadu on water resource management. Would you like to uh, tell us a little bit about that?
Couple of days ago, I do not know if you all watched. There was a kind of a Twitter video where a black cobra, I think it needed water. There was a man offering in a cup. He was offering water to it. I was just thinking to myself, you know, the wild, even in the wild, is there water scarcity? If in the wild there is water scarcity, just think about the urban and rural areas, what's going to happen. So why is this? What is going on? This is my question. As far as in Tamil Nadu, I don't think the monsoons have failed us. I think the monsoons has been regularly going on. It has been showering. Rains have been consistently good. Data says that the rainfall we receive is 4,000 TMC. The usage is 1,500 TMC, and the runoff into the ocean is 2,500 TMC. So what's happening? Why is this happening? Right? And then there are 17 river basins in Tamil Nadu, of which Kaveri is the only one major basin, and there are 13 basins which are medium and 3 which are minor river basins, 61 reservoirs, and about 41,948 tanks for storage of water. So you got all these opportunities, but why is it dry? Why is there this scarcity? Why is farmers not able to get water? There is a question. So according to me, probably the wrong, the I would say it is that the wrong water management, and the selfish policies of the so-called rulers have brought this condition. Now, if you take a look at the pictures which I'm going to show you, dried. Even you look at all this, it is totally dried. And secondly, encroachments. Such lot of encroachments on our water bodies that the water level is going down. There is no way for the water to flow freely so that it could reach either the lake or a pond or a tank. Why is this? Poor water management. That's poor policies. That's what I would say. Now, just to give you a few examples, okay? Take about the Kuam River. Once upon a time, this Kuam River was considered to be, I think it was like a kind of a business, people used to take goods around that river. And then it was a picnic spot. As far as my knowledge goes, it was kind of a picnic spot. Today, stinking. It is nothing but a stinking gutter. But second, taking the Gadilam River in Kudalur, right, in Viluppuram district, polluted because of the mixing of sewage water. Noyalar, right near Coimbatore, is polluted because of those garment factories. They are spewing all their waste chemicals into that, and it is nothing but froth. It is not river. Yeah, so I think I've seen times where there is nothing but froth coming out of a river. Have you ever seen froth coming out of a river? You can see that. Palar, no water. Where is the water? Such a big, beautiful river, Palar. Where is the water from there? Right? And then three-fourths of ponds and rivers are encroached, right? And moreover, you see this, all the waterways, rivers flow naturally. Those natural flowing waterways are encroached. Ponds, rivers are privatized. They give it to privatization for hotels and resorts and everything. It's gone. Secondly, the main factor I would like to say is the sand bed, the theft, sand mafia. You know how much of sand is being dredged out of those things? The way the sand dredging is going on, literally we might see a canyon there in all those places. It might be not be riverbeds, it could be canyons, you know. So that is the other point of view. The thirdly I would like to say is, look at this one here. Chennai, uh, even Chennai is growing so much that they are not able to deliver the drinking water for people. You know, if you take a look at this, if you look at this data here, despite excess rainfall, Pundi, you look at this, the current storage level has gone down so much in Pundi, Sholavaram, Red Hills, Chembarapakam, even though there is a big capacity. If you look at that data sheet which on your screen, even though there is storage capacity, we are not able to store all this water. Why? No dredging, no maintenance is taking place. This is the reason that we are facing all this scarcity. You look at the second picture, man and animals drinking out of the same tap. They're drinking water because water is a necessity and we need that. For me, it is a wake up call. Today's scarcity, the trouble which farmers, you, me, everybody's facing, the animals facing those water shortage, drinking water shortage, it's nothing but a wake up call. Salva, I think it is not only you or me or my distinguished panel members got to discuss, the whole Tamil Nadu and the world has got to discuss this problem. Thanks, man.
Yeah, it was very heartfelt way of putting the issues about water resources management. How it is mismanaged in Tamil Nadu,
Mismanaged.
and what position we are in today. Now it's really concerning. When I grew up in Tamil Nadu, we have when I moved from one city to another, traveling in the bus, I used to see a lot of ponds and lakes. Most of those what ponds and lakes that were there in rural parts of Tamil Nadu had disappeared today when I travel. So it's really concerning, and we have another guest today who have joined us uh, to discuss with us. He is Mr. Saran. Welcome to the discussion, Saran. How are you doing today?
வணக்கம் வணக்கம் members. I'm doing great. Thank you. Thanks for including me in the discussion. I can relate what Ratnan says. I'm from the Coimbatore district, and I have seen the Noyal River when I've grown up, and I used to how flourishing, how much water it has, and how good that area is. But when I visited last time, I felt literally like crying, meaning I cannot even go near that. It smells so bad, and I couldn't see any water, just sewage. That's those kind of things is what made me to see what's going on and who is talking about it. And none other than our Anand Simon. He brought up the whole awareness, and he's the only person talking about it. And he also says, "வரலாறு தெரியாதவன் வரலாறு படைக்க முடியாது." The one who doesn't understand learns history, he cannot make history, right? So history has a solution. Our Tamil history has a solution for these problems. When we talk about history, we talk about literature and stone inscriptions. Both history literatures and the stone inscriptions say a lot about how we how much important the water is, how sacred the water is, and how we are good at it managing it. You would be surprised. There are like 47 names of water bodies we can find from our literature, including Agadi, Kanmoy, Karanai, Kulam, Kuttai, Uruni, Eri, Tangal, Taruvai, Endal. These all things shows the wisdom of Tamils, how they are harvesting the water. In literature, there are several examples, Avayar song, which we many of us know and Annan have said in many times. Varapuyira Neeruyiram, Neeruyira Nelluyiram, Nelluyira Kudiyuyiram, Kudiyuira Koluyiram, Koluyira Konuyirvan. See how they are relating the water management to a success of the government. So government is successful only if they are able to manage water. In Agananuru, it talks about Perungula Kavalan Pola, Arungadi Annayum, Tuyil Marananale. We think about it, they are relating mother's love, how mother takes care of her baby without sleep. The safeguards will day and night save the water bodies. So for them, it's life. Water is not just a resource; it's just their life. Best of all, our Tolgapiyam, the oldest literature of Tamil, talks about Varuvisai Punalai Kachire Pola Uruvan Tangiya Perumayanam, draws comparison between a warrior marching to take on a mighty army and the dams that stop the force of flowing water. Remember, Tolgapiyam is about 3000 years old, and that's a literature written based on the literature before that. So, minimum 4000 years ago, we have the technology and we have the knowledge and we have the importance to save the water and distribute it. Not only the literature, the stone inscriptions clearly shows that during the 7th century, Pandyan king Kun Pandyan constructed a dam across the Vaigai River, and the Parakrama Pandyan constructed a check dam called Citranai. And we also know during the 8th century, the Chola kingdom, they masterfully developed an interconnected system called anekcuts, called check dams, canals, and natural and man-made lakes. And this particular book talks about how this Noyal River is managed. The Noyal River used to be an example of water management. So they have constructed all these things without affecting the natural flow of the water. It's not only saves the water and distributes the people in need, but also does not affect the flow of the water. There are some water goes to the downstream. So not that they use everything in the upstream. So they have the upstream management and the downstream management. So they carefully constructed all these things to manage water flow, and they also distributed this water not only for people and animals, and they maintained the ecosystem. So all these examples of water systems demonstrate that nature-based solution can indeed solve our water management problems at a scale and much cheaper cost. Nature-based solutions should be placed at the core of our water management and climate adaptation programs. Drawing upon centuries of experience, the revival of the traditional water harvesting systems in Tamil Nadu is possible. We need the government, businesses, and communities to come together to recognize and revive these systems. Our experience shows that this often starts with a people movement, and NTK, one such people movement. These kind of awareness, I hope we can repeat the history.
Absolutely. Thank you for all the thoughts, Sharan. That was a very good summary of our history of water management in Tamil Nadu. Even before 2000 years, our Tamil king, Karigalan Peruvalathan, constructed the first dam of the world, So we taught people how to harvest water by constructing dams and started water resource management and how to utilize that in a proper way for agriculture.
Thanks for bringing it up, Silpa. I missed that important Karigalan dam. I talked about point in kingdoms. I missed that curriculum. Thanks for bringing it up. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a still living structure that still serves it. And yeah, no other example. Meaning that's it's out of our eyes. We can see how much importance our kings give to the water management and how technically advanced they are.
Absolutely. Thank you, Saran. Ratnam spoke about the core issues we have right now in Tamil Nadu, and Saran gave a good examples of in the past how we managed water. But what are the real NTK policies? What are they talk about? Right. So to start off the discussion by explaining on the core policies of NTK and give a brief of NTK policies, we have another professional who has been living in US for very many years joined us today. He's Mr. Vajra. Hi, Vajra. Welcome to the discussion. How are you doing today?
Thank you, Salwa. Hello, everyone. Our NTK policies is to protect the river system and provide water for not only for the people, for all the living beings. River is a lifeline for a country. How blood system is crucial for humans, river system is crucial for a country. NTK's priority is to protect the river system, provide water for all. Let's take an example. We people have to maintain a good blood system for a healthy life. We end up spoiling the blood system by eating unhealthy foods. The bad fats enter our blood system, creating the blockage in the blood vessels, and most of the people end up in a disaster state. By the population growth and crowded cities, the pristine river system was slowly eroded and polluted. The river system is choked by accumulated garbages, plastics, industrial waste entering into the rivers. We are seeing the current state of the rivers. It's in a dead state. A lot of examples Ratnam gave on how the current state of the rivers. We all know the solutions, but we are ignorant. Not creating enough awareness among the people. NTK's priority is to create awareness among the people and educate the people about the importance of the river system, how to protect them. For example, educate the people on the benefits of the rivers, stop polluting the rivers and lakes by not dumping the garbages. And NTK has a lot of thoughts like bringing in technologies. Some example I can give like river surface cleaning, which involves collection of all kinds of floating matter in river by motorized machines, equipments like a trash skimmer. Those waste can be collected by the trash skimmer, can be disposed of at a specific location or a shoreline. We can use bioremediation, where you introduce the microorganisms to break down pollutants, effectively cleaning up the contaminated rivers. The microbes degrade the flowing sewage into a carbon dioxide and water. The primary thing is like the river systems and water bodies are polluted. There are some people who are responsible, we can call it as industries. Those people, they are all breaching the environmental laws. They are just letting the pollutants entering the river system and they're spoiling. And Ratnam Anna gave a real good examples of all those things. So we need to have NTKs have a strong policies for protecting the river system and just bringing those companies and industries who are polluting beyond a certain level, bringing to a justice system. Now let's share some of the benefits what we can have if we have a better water management. Water resource banks to be planted with palm trees. Its roots are capable of growing up to 1,000 feet deep and store water. And if you're having those palm trees, it helps the farmers, like protecting the crops by the bats can feed on the insects, so it just helps the farmers to protect their crops by the pesticides. You can avoid the pesticides. And as well, if you're having more number of water resources building across areas, it consequently all bore wells can be decommissioned because the increase of water resources, it increases the water levels. I'd like to bring some examples in the past where the politicians failed. like in 1955, an agreement was made to build the Pandiyar and Ponnambalam Dam project, which was initiated 5 kilometers away from Gudalur. Due to various political reasons, this project was shelved in 1972 by then politicians. If this project has been successful, areas in and around Karur, Trichy, Tanjavur, Erode, and Namakkal would have been very prosperous. Kudalur could have been a wonderful tourist spot. A 40 megawatt electric generation project could have been implemented. Some of the water could have been interconnected with the Bhavani River, which could have improved the agricultural lives of many in that area. The so-called Dravidian rulers had never thought about this, but NTK will make it a priority to complete this unfinished project. I would like to bring some of the failures, those failures NTK can convert into a success. When NTK comes to power, it will be ensured the following projects will be completed within 2+ years of forming the government. I'd like to bring some of the projects as an example, like Attikadavu Avinashi project, Nallaru Aliyaru extension project, Pamba Achinkovil Vaipar merging project, Madurai district Alaga Dam project, and Tamarabarani Nambiyaru Karumaniyaru canal system. And in fact, the redeeming of Noyal River irrigation rights will be restored. In Viranam project, that needs to be revisited and for irrigation purpose. So like for every 15 kilometers on rivers like South Chennai, Palar, Kaveri and Vaigai, a barricade will be built to store water for agriculture and water resources for cities and towns around them. Those are my points, Silva, how we can have a better resource management and what is the NTK's plan to provide water not only for the people, but for all the living beings.
Absolutely. Those are great policies, Vajra. Thank you. You mentioned about the trash skimmer and the bio cleaning of the water. Those sounds really exciting. And it's really surprising that these many dam projects are still pending and not being proceeded on by the current government. So that really surprises me. But I think I'm sure that with these policies, NTK can meet the demand for a pure and free drinking water for all, which is a core principle that it advocates, right? But apart from these issues, we have some of the core issues of water resource management, but still there are certain issues that are surrounding this water management, like apart from having these dams and rivers conserved, we can do rainwater harvesting, and we can remove the unwanted trees which are not native trees to the land. And of course, there is Ratnam pointed out about sand mafia, right? So sand mafia is a very major problem in water conservation. I would like to invite Mr. Bala, who has joined us today, to talk about some of the issues which we face, which is surrounding the water management within Tamil Nadu.